The only thing spooky about this look is the amount of pink that I use. Hi, it's Terreana. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Here you will find makeup, hair, all things beauty and lifestyle content. If that sounds good to you, hang out and subscribe. To my loves who already subscribed, hey, it is so good to see you back. On today's video, I'm going to do something special for
spooky season.
Let's go ahead and talk about the flamingo in the room. As you can tell by the title, today's video, I'm going to be doing flamingo makeup for
spooky season.
You can do this look for a quick costume for Halloween, or you could just take the makeup look that I'm doing, or if you're just feeling creative, go ahead and try this look. Let's go ahead and get started. My complexion products are already on. I use pretty much the same products that I used in my last spider video. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out. For my eyebrows, I didn't do anything really special. I just used this pink eyeliner by ColourPop. This is in the shade Boots. And then I took this Morphe brush. This is the M150, I believe. It's starting to rub off there. Any small angle brush will do. And I just dipped it into the color, then just flicked it into my eyebrows. You can fill it in, you can leave your brows the same, or you can block them out with glue if you want. It's really up to you. But I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you in because we're gonna start off with the eyes. I'm gonna start off by adding some concealer to my lid to prep them. Just a little bit. I'm using this concealer by ColourPop. It's in the shade Tan Sand. I'm going to blend that out with the Beauty Blender. Next, I'm going to take my Airspun powder and I'm going to place this underneath my eyes just to catch any fallout. Now I'm going to take some pink eyeshadow. This is from the Norvina palette. This is the Volume 3 palette. I'm going to take this color blend brush by Solazi. This is the L211. I'm going to start off by using this shade right here. This is E5, and I'm going to place that all over the lid. I'm tapping this pigment just a little bit above the crease, and then I'm also stopping just shy of the inner corner of the eye. I'm bringing that out past the brows just a little bit. Now taking this same brush, I'm going to dip into this lighter pink shade down here. This is the E1. Taking the tip of the bristles, I'm going to blend out the edges of the color. Bringing that shade underneath the lash line just a little bit. It's raining like crazy outside right now. Now that that's all blended out, I'm gonna take this Morphe M573 brush. Going to dip into A1, blend that out a little bit more. This is a shimmer shade, so it's going to give it a really nice sparkly look. And I'm bringing that right into the eyebrows. So the shape is going to be kind of like a V. The shimmer shade is going to be blended here, all the way in the brows, dragged out a little bit, and then underneath the lash line. I'm going to go ahead and dust off the powder because we don't need it anymore. Taking that same shade and the fluffy blending brush, blend that down just a little bit more over that cheekbone. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush. This right here is the large pointed crease brush. This is by Solazi, the L2-118. And I'm going to dip into the shade right here. This is C1. Place that right there on the inner corner of the eye. Blend that into the matte shadow as well as the shimmer shade that we placed on top. Onto the lower lash line. Now I'm going to line my waterline with this pink liner. This one is by Sephora. This is in the shade Romantic Comedy. I'm making sure to really get the liner inside the hairs on the lower lash line. Going back with this Solazi brush, the large pointed crease L2-118, dip into E5 again, which is this matte color right here. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this underneath the lower lash line. The more intense color is at the corner of the eye, and then I'm not adding any more pigment once we get towards the inner portion of the eye. Now I'm going to take my Bdellium Tool 710 brush and I'm going to use some pink face paint. I'm going to create a wing. With the brush, I'm first lining the lid, and then once I get to the edge of the lid, then I just do a flick. Now I'm going to place some glitter on top of the wing, so I'm going to take this tiny little brush by Morphe. This is the M250-0, and I'm going to dip into this glitter down here. This is the E3, and I'm just going to press glitter on top of that liner. Now this glitter from this palette doesn't really need an adhesive. If you were using like a loose glitter, I would use glitter glue primer or a sticky primer. That way the glitter will adhere to the eye a little bit better. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply some lashes. These lashes are by Flutter. These are the Frosting Lashes in Heavenly Glaze. I'm going to take this L'Oreal mascara and apply it underneath the upper lashes. And I'm going to take this mascara by MAC. This is the Extended Play Giga Black Lash, and I'm going to apply this to the lower lash line. Now it's time for the fun part, to paint our flamingo. I'm going to start out with this really bright pink shade from ColourPop, and I'm going to first apply this on my forehead. I'm just going to use a sponge with that. I'm going to just place it on the corners of my forehead here, on both sides. And I'm also going to bring that down into the brows, and then just above the forehead as well. What I'm going to do for this look is have the flamingo's head right about here, and our eyes are basically going to function as the flamingo's body. So I'm going to take a large paintbrush and I'm going to start with the flamingo's head. And this is just kind of going to give me an idea of where everything is going to be placed. And then the neck. And then the body here. So that is the rough sketch. Now I'm going to take a smaller paintbrush and go over that color with a lighter pink. I'm going to make a circle here. It's kind of like an oval. We have that, and then the neck is going to come over here. I'm just going to paint the inside of the body next. So there's the main portion of the head. Now let's go ahead and start working on its beak. Now I'm going to take some white face paint and start lining right towards the bottom. So I don't want to pull the white all the way over. I'm just going to do it probably about 3/4 of the way and then start painting upwards with the white. And then drag that line in there, and then also add just a little dot and then drag down. Now we're going to go back in with our pink, and we're going to add just a little bit of pink here and make like a triangle. Something like that. All the paints that I'm using will be linked down below in my Amazon storefront. Now for the black, we're going to start on the beak, and I'm going to take my brush starting from where that white is and bring it all the way down and curve it. And then starting from where that pink is all the way down and meet it right there. Now I'm going to outline the pink portion with the black. And then underneath the white, we're gonna outline that. And then start filling it in. Where the white circle is, I'm going to make a tiny little eye right there. Towards the side here, I'm going to make a nostril hole. That main portion is done, so now I'm going to go into the black and outline the beak. So I just took the black and I just outlined right here and down just a little bit more. There's quite a few steps in this look, but just take your time. So now I'm just going to take the white and then just gently separate the beak here. And I'm going to add just a little bit of highlight on top of the beak. Now I'm going to go into the darker pink and just intensify the outside of the flamingo a little bit more. And as you're doing it, this part right here, you just want to add color wherever you like. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now going into the deeper pink in the same brush, I'm just going to feather out the body just a little bit more. And I'm just pulling the color, just making little line strokes. And then on this side, I'm going to do the same thing. Now that the main part of the body is done, I'm going to go back into that pink that we started with, and I'm just going to press a little bit of this on the body. And then right in between the eyes, I'm also going to press that. Then I'm going to take my sponge to kind of lighten that color up. And then I'm going to bring it down just a little bit on my nose. Flamingo's all done, eyes are all done. Let's go ahead and finish the face with some blush, highlighter, and lips. I'm going to take my Stilazzi fan brush. This is the L3 114. And I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter palette. This is the Aurora highlighter palette. And I'm going to dip into this shade down here. That is Lyra, I believe. And I'm just going to add a little bit more highlighter, not overpowering what we already have there, but it is
a spooky season,
so you can go crazy with it. You can put some highlight on your flamingo if you want to. Now for blush, I'm going to take this blush by Beauty Counter. This is in the shade Passion Fruit. Taking my large powder brush by Stilazzi, this is the L3 117. Just doing the apples of my cheeks and bringing it back to all those other pink tones. I think I just want to keep it nice and sweet by adding a sparkly lip gloss, but you can do a black lip, you can do a bold pink lip, you can do whatever you want to finish off this look. I'm going to use this gloss by ColourPop. This is called Super Cute. Here's the final look. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check me out on my other socials. It's Terreana everywhere. Check out my website, itsterreana.com. I hope you're staying happy and safe and have a wonderful
spooky season.
I'll see you on the next one. Bye.